killed the pig. Guys, I got another one for you today. We're back in our hometown. Crystal's here with me, and we're out on our lease in St. Johns County. Now, this lease is overrun with wild invasive hogs. They run the deer off. We really haven't even hunted out here because
they eat all the corn.
There ain't nothing but pigs. You could put 5 gallons or 500 pounds of corn out. They will eat it all in 48 hours. So we got to do our part. We got to thin them out. This video is a wild invasive hog video. We're going to go out. We're about to get in the stands and see if we can get some free range pork. Taking y'all along. I just checked the time. I was only here 20 minutes. Let's go get our pig. Here we go. That's a great eating size right there. Great eating size. She is gonna be delicious. If you're gonna eat one, that's what you want. That's one more that we don't have to worry about next deer season. Crystal's gonna keep hunting. Looks like I got some dragging to do. You can see where I was sitting in that palm tree there. Beautiful North Florida woods. Well, Crystal says she's cold. Just go ahead and come on and get her. So I'm gonna go grab her, then we'll go get the pig. I killed the pig.
I'm cold. She's a heavy girl.
At least it didn't happen in the dark. How many of you guys, this old lady, help you drag pigs out of the woods?
Shoot.
I got a good one.
We're almost there. You got to get it over the ditch yourself.
It's not even a big pig. All right, guys, we're gonna get back to the house, get this pig cleaned up, and you'll see us in the kitchen. You guys ready? We are gonna make Jaeger schnitzel.
What?
Now, that sounds kind of crazy, but it's really not. So schnitzel is just fried cutlets. If you've probably already done this, it's fried in breadcrumbs. A lot of guys like to do turkey that way. I do fish, turkey, pork, bunch of stuff that way before I ever even knew that it was like a German thing, schnitzel. But then I'm gonna make a Jaeger sauce, which Jaeger, as I understand it, means hunter. So a hunter sauce, which is basically like a mushroom gravy that's gonna go on top of our fried pork cutlets. And of course, the star of the show, we have these wild hog. This is the back strap. I took that back strap and trimmed it all the way out. Wasn't a whole lot to her. She wasn't a huge pig. What I'm gonna do is take these little pieces of back strap, take my hammer, and I'm gonna use that side, and I'm gonna tenderize it. Now, a lot of people say, hey, you should put this between a piece of plastic. Well, if you do it with this side, it just breaks the plastic. So tenderizing those things. And then I'm gonna use the flat side and just kind of flatten them out a little bit. That's what we're ending up with for our cutlets. So I'm gonna work through those real quick. I've beat my meat. I pounded the pork cutlets all the way out here like this, and I'm gonna season them up with some Everglades. It's just a good all-purpose season. We don't want unseasoned pork. Flip them over, do the other sides real quick. And you guys have seen me do this breadcrumb shallow fry stuff before. It's real simple, just like that. Then you take your pieces, dip them down in some egg, like so. You get most of that egg off, and then this is seasoned breadcrumbs, just regular old seasoned breadcrumbs from Publix. Go ahead and push that on. You do not need to do flour first. I don't know why people do that. It makes a mess. I've done it both ways. It's not seemed to make, to me, a product that's better. If anything, it makes it more bready. We'll work through these, get them all pre-breaded before we fry them. We'll be frying and making our sauce at the same time. I'm excited for this. This is something I've had bouncing around in my brain for a little while now.
You have a lot of things up there.
Yeah, but it's hard to reach out and grab one sometimes. You gotta catch it. It's like that Pong game. It's gotta hit just right. That's all we're doing. Making cutlets. If you were gonna make chicken parm, same thing you would do right here. I have some bacon grease hot in this pan right here. I'm gonna start our Jaeger sauce. I just like saying that. In high school, I used to like to drink Jägermeister, but
like Jaeger bombs.
I mean, in college. But I'm gonna go in with some baby Bella mushrooms, and I kind of quartered them up because I wanted like a chunky mushroom. I didn't want like little thin slices. Trick with mushrooms here, guys, is just get them all flat in here and then don't touch them. Let them brown down. They've got a lot of liquid to release. Get them in there and let them go, because I want to get these nice and browned up. Melting some butter down in this other cast iron. I did put a little bit of avocado oil just to try to keep my butter from burning too much. That going here. And I'm going to fry the schnitzel in the butter. I miss cooking. I haven't cooked over here for you guys in a long time. That little gas thing I have is sweet because, man, it gets up to temp so much faster. Let's check our mushrooms here.
You should just get a gas stove.
All your ideas cost me money. You ever wonder about that?
No.
I know. So get in here. Look at this. We're getting some nice, pretty golden brown.
Oh, I got foggy.
We're getting some nice, pretty golden brown on those mushrooms. I'm going to keep going on them because I want a nice brown on them bad boys. Our pan here is warming up.
So wait, what's a wiener schnitzel?
That is where you get a, I don't know.
Oh, because if that's schnitzel.
I read about it. There's like, it's another fried something.
Well, I could make a guess.
It's not what you think it is.
Okay. I'll Google it later.
You should. And I'm just going to fry this until it's nice and golden brown. These little jokers actually cook pretty quick. And I just flip that one over. That's what you're looking for. Just a nice, this one's not quite golden yet. No. Nice golden on the other side. Like that. Spin them around. Try not to burn that butter.
Right.
But also pan fry. Over here, my mushrooms are just right. I'm going to go in. This is shallot. Now, you can use onion, white onion, regular yellow onion. I would never have bought shallot if it wasn't for YouTube. I was just feeling kind of bougie when I was in the store. I was thinking about you guys. I'm like, I'm going to buy some of them little fancy onions.
You've cooked with shallot plenty of times.
I mean, not that often, babe. Fine dice on your shallot. We're going to saute that around till it gets nice, soft, and translucent.
Shallot smell good.
It do. Smells like bougie onions. This is going to be really good. I made this sauce last Christmas. Not like a week ago, like Christmas 2023, and it was the gravy for the prime rib.
Mullet, what are you doing in the kitchen?
He said, what are you cooking, Dad?
You hungry?
What you cooking? So, the shallots are cooked down, and I'm gonna go in with some garlic.
I love garlic.
Everybody loves garlic. We're just gonna go with that so it gets real fragrant. Smelling good. Now that little thin pieces of pork cook real fast. That garlic's getting fragrant. I've got some good tomato paste in this little squeezy thing.
Where'd you get that from?
I was cooking something else. I'm gonna go in with like, I don't know, a little less than a tablespoon of that.
I didn't even know they made that.
I knew because I seen it on TV. Stir that around and kind of coat everything in there. I'm gonna put just a little bit of dried thyme in here. Not a lot, because ain't nobody got time for that. At this point, I'm gonna put a little bit of butter. It needs a little bit of fat in there. And some flour. I've got 3 cups of good beef broth. I'm gonna get that butter melted like so. Then go in with about 3 times the flour, about that much. About that much will thicken a cup of something. So I'm gonna go. I don't want it to be too thick. I can always add some more later or mix that around. You can always add a little cornstarch slurry later if it's not as thick as you would like, but you can't take it back out. So what we're gonna do is cook that flour down, basically just till all the white is gone out of it. Cook some of that raw taste of the flour out.
I think we need a flip.
Uh-oh. Flip patrol.
I'm just making sure.
Correct. Good eye, Crystal.
Yeah.
That one's done.
I don't want it to burn because it looks good and I'm hungry.
Plop a little bit more butter to melt in there.
Plop.
That flour's all cooked at this point. I'm gonna go in with like half of my stock and mix. And we're basically making a gravy, you know. I love gravy. I even love German gravy. Like all kinds of gravies.
What makes it German?
Jaeger schnitzel's a German dish.
Do you put Jaeger in it?
No.
Oh. Jaeger
means hunter. So it's a hunter sauce. Traditionally pork cutlets.
Like a hunter gravy?
Yeah. Alright.
So what does nicer mean?
I have no idea.
Me either.
So I bet these are done. They're coming out.
Yeah.
We just got the last 2 cutlets to go. Look at that. Isn't that looking good?
It does. It's getting nice and thick.
I'm going to add a little bit more stock. I did use Better Than Bouillon to make this stock. It's salty. So I haven't put any salt in there. And I'm just going to kind of wait and taste it at the end and then put my salt in.
Gotcha.
I usually make deer venison bone broth or bone stock every year, but this year I just didn't do it. I usually take 1 deer and do it. I was right. The salt's right, just perfect, and I didn't even add any. Turn it off the heat. I'm gonna let that start cooling down, and when it cools down, I'm actually gonna add a little heavy cream just to finish it off. Maybe whisk in a couple pads of cold butter. We're gonna sit down and eat Jaeger Schnitzel. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I have no idea how to pronounce it in Germany. So my German friends, type out how to pronounce it, please.
That's not gonna help.
So look at that. Look how, you can just tell that's a nice rich sauce right there. So what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of heavy cream to it. I'll take that rich level to 1,000 off the heat so it don't separate. Just a touch. Get that all incorporated. I think that's gonna be good. All right, so we got our schnitzel, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the gravy on top. Now, with wild pork, you gotta make sure it's cooked all the way. So I cut my pieces in half, just make sure there ain't no pink in there. And because you just don't want none of that bad stuff. But look at that beautiful sauce. Get those mushrooms. That's gonna be amazing, I'm telling you.
Don't take all the mushrooms. I like mushrooms too.
I know, I got your plate right here. Crystal's mushrooms. A fair amount of mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
Just like that. Crystal got the pretty one, I feel like.
Good.
So
that's enough.
Okay. There's your plate, babe.
Thank you. Cozy table. Anybody need some hand warmers? Because we have about 80.
That's why I don't freeze to death when I'm hunting in Alabama. Plan is, you can't freeze to death if you have a hand warmer in every pocket.
It feels chilly in the house.
Oh, I was all hot. I had to take my hoodie off while I was cooking.
Is this camera good? Can you see everybody?
I'm interested. I haven't eaten a piece of wild hog backstrap in a really long time. Usually, most of the time, if I keep one, I just grind it up and like make sausage or something with it. But get some mushroom in there, get a bunch of that sauce on there. So I believe, as far as I know, this is traditional Jaeger schnitzel.
I kind of want to try it without the sauce, just because I'm curious. But
are we going same time?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It tastes like pork chop.
It's because it is a pork chop.
Okay, now I'm gonna try it with the sauce.
That is free range, corn-fed pork chop.
Corn-fed, all right.
That girl's been eating our corn for as long as I've been on that club. I've been watching her. And making babies.
That gravy is super good.
That's just...
It's not too salty at all.
But it's just right. And my point being that I did not add any salt. So...
It's very good, babe.
Another thing you could do, if you want a little tang in there, if you like beef stroganoff, make that exact same thing, but instead of heavy whipping cream, add sour cream at the end. Did you take a picture?
I didn't. It's very good. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
It's better than I thought it was going to be.
Because, like, I was expecting it to be chewy, you know, like not as tender or... It's delicious.
I beat that meat.
It doesn't taste gamey at all.
I was just the right size hog to eat. And the rest of that hog, you know, we had to get rid of them. We were trying to get rid of those pigs. They're invasive here in Florida. They do a lot of damage, you know, so it is what it is, you know. I think I will be out after some more of this very soon.
I'm actually really surprised at how good it is.
Everything I make is really good.
I mean, yes, everything that you make is good.
She's not. She's just being... It legit is better than I thought it was going to be.
It really is. I thought it was going to be chewy, and I thought it was going to be gamey, like kind of like... Because you know how like sometimes pigs have that smell, and it just like is off-putting, but this is not at all. This
sauce... Now, you could take this sauce and do it with anything. You could do it with your venison, do it with store-bought pork, store-bought chicken, or beef, or pork, or you could buy some lamb, tuna fish.
I don't know about tuna.
I know there's one guy out there that gets my 90s movie references.
I'm sure.
They're all just stuck in my head, and I can't get rid of them. Thank you guys for following along. I don't know how long this whole video would be. I wish I could have showed you guys cleaning the pigs, but I just can't anymore. No. They're demonetizing stuff, and as much work as we put into these videos, we get them posted up and they get taken back down or flagged. We just can't risk it anymore, unfortunately. No. But we appreciate all of you guys, all of our loyal followers, all of the friends of the channel that are here every single week or twice a week. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bub, you want some?
He probably does.
Go on, mushroom?
There's shallot.
Just one minute.
Dogs can't have onion.
They can't have onion. I don't know about shallots.
Aren't shallots onions?
I have no idea.
I think in one video you told me shallots were fancy cousins of onion.
Mm-hmm.